What's up, guys? This is your boy James, aka Six8Jay, coming to you on this Monday. Is it Monday? It's Monday. It's noon, or a few minutes after noon. Had to gather myself as I did the stream. Had a very interesting conversation with my wife and daughter and her boyfriend. I don't know if I want to call him. Yeah, I just say boyfriend. I might say more than that and give out too much information. Let me see if I can actually. I'm a little bit off my game this morning, guys. We're going to keep this stream very short as there's some things. What's up, Beekeeper69? Liz Herrera's in the house. Bullish Bird, Mike Owens in the house. Let me go over here and I forgot to send this out to people, and I think that's where. And let me do that real quick because I was it's weird. Let me see. Let me put this out here real quick. Let me see. Get everybody here. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, I think let me make sure I got this right. Give me 1 second, guys, as everybody's starting to come in right now. Okay, let's see. I think I'm good here. Let me just make sure. I think I got this for the most part. Let's see. Did I get everything here? Yeah, I think we're good. Let me see. I think I got everybody here. All right. Yeah, I think so for the most part here. Let's see. Okay, we're good to go, guys. My apologies. I got to find out what happened to my boy Sly. So, what's up, Carmen? Carmichael's in the house. Operation Shutdown. Oh, CK. Okay, CK. I was wondering if he had a stream today. So yeah, let me just go and get started with the show, guys. And normally I would go through my marketplace. Let me just try to pick back up. I had a, you know, sometimes something that hits you, a curveball that hits you out of nowhere. You're like, whoa, what, you know? And I had to process it by talking to the family, and so it's like when you're trying to understand something and you're trying to process it, and then my family's down, so we're all kind of talk about that situation and, you know, them helping me understand give me their perspective of that situation. At first I was like, okay, well, it's not, not that big of a deal. Then I had to think about it in its entirety. And I'm just like, sometimes you got to evaluate certain things and in life and situations and all that good stuff. And I guess I'm just a different type of breed when it comes to certain things. So something kind of shook me a little bit, and I was like, okay, but we'll get on. We'll talk about it another time. I think because I'm still trying to process everything in my mind, it's probably, and it almost made me to the point I said, man, I don't even know if I want to do this stream this morning because I was, it's like when I'm focused on one thing, I'm focused on one thing, and then something kind of came up, and as I was talking to my family, I was like, it was like, wow, and the feedback I got was okay. I just want to make sure it wasn't me. But we're good now. We're good. Ain't that right? Always one away. Always one away's in the house. What's up, Beekeeper69, my brother? Okay, guys, let's get right into it. Market cap, 1.86 trillion. Guys, Bitcoin has been on fire. But we knew this, guys. Like, is this something that it's like you speak about things that you kind of expect to happen. We talked about how this industry works, how it's been every time there's a halving, leading up until that halving, what to expect, what typically takes place, and that is we got this, this pump of the halving coming, and then typically right around the halving, everybody's like, here we go, it's gonna explode, and then boom, that's when everyone dumps on the market, sells, and rightfully so, and then the market capitulates a little bit, starts going sideways, and that's probably going to end up happening for the next 4 to 6 months because I think we still have a lot to deal with. And everybody's, and I get it, man, like. Right now, Bitcoin ETFs, man, these guys are buying up Bitcoin faster than it can get mined. It's crazy. And so I think there is going to be an explosion like no other. But one of the things I can really tell you guys, and I think a lot of you guys probably know this as you're looking at the market, man, everything is so locked in with Bitcoin, straight up. There's nothing that really, other than maybe Ethereum. Ethereum is showing out. But, if you look at Ethereum over the last, so you got Bitcoin right now at 49,919. It touched on the 50,000 mark. It's up 17.24% over the last week. What's right by that? How about 14.37% for Ethereum, right? And then you got stuff like Solana up 15%, 0.65% over the last week. At 110, I think it was sitting around that $94 mark. So you can see certain things that have totally flourished big time. Then you got coins that aren't pumped. Well, I mean, shoot, even BNB is doing good. You got stuff like XRP that's, in my opinion, probably one of the worst performing assets as of right now. Because you look at, if you go down the list, you got 17% for the week, 15% almost for Ethereum for the week. You've got, I mean, Tether is Tether, right? You've got BNB almost 10% for the week, Solana almost 16% for the week, XRP about 5.5% for the week. You got ADA about 14% for the week, Avalanche about 18% for the week. I mean, everything is benefiting from this pump. You know, what we typically call altcoin season, the beginning of, I mean, you got IMX, my God, 36.5% of the last week. Some of these coins are going crazy. 25.21% for Optimism, 22% for Near, 44% more for Caspa. Oh my God. Crazy. And then you got certain coins that just aren't, you know, obviously Stellar's acting like his cousin. Like it, you know, again, you got to know what you hold. And you got to believe, man, because I'm telling you, it's funny, as I do a lot of research, and trust me, my demeanor is not because XRP is going. I know what I hold. My demeanor is just from another situation. But so it's, you know, my energetic spirit is not at its highest note of where it normally is. But I'm here, and we're gonna keep this real short because I'm gonna go hang out with my daughter and wife and son-in-law, which, you know, we were all talking just up to the show. And that's why I was kind of saying, let me get your perspective on something. They were kind of sharing me the opinion, say, Dad. I was like, okay. I thought that's what it was. I thought, you know. But sometimes you got to get somebody else's perspective on a situation. Iron Man's in the house. That's my brother. Everybody much love and happy. That's right, my brother, my man, Iron Man in the house. And it's funny because we're gonna just keep it going. So Liz in the house, Andrew T in the house, Iron Man, my brother, huh? I'm trying to muster that energy up. It's hard to have that crazy energy when something flusters you a little bit. But you know, it's okay. We're gonna get past it because we're human. It's okay to get irritated. That's what I was gonna say too. I've been reading a lot of stuff on X, guys, and I'm telling you, there's a lot of people frustrated with XRP and Ripple right now, and it's got nothing to do with my mood at all. My mood is predicated on something else. But and you know, it's as much as I read that, and I think, you know, because sometimes we'll dismiss people's frustration because it's not the way we feel, right? Like, I understand, like my XRP bags are packed for whatever, you know, long haul, like Iron Man. Iron Man is one of my biggest reasons, one of the biggest reasons that started that. I'm gonna say I was already in XRP, but his conviction, that dude is an XRP, just like I am, a big. He understands what he holds. No, what I was trying to say is basically, when you look at, a lot of times we look at X or people's posts and we try to dismiss how they feel because it doesn't align with what we feel. And I think a lot of times you have to sometimes try to understand a person's frustration because it's probably a different circumstance, right? Like someone like Iron Man, who's been holding on to life-changing. When I say, and again, I'm not going to tell Iron Man's position, that's nobody's business. I know what he holds to a certain extent, and I know his position in XRP, and I can tell you right now, that brother's probably considered a whale for sure. In XRP, he would be on that damn whale list. That's for damn sure with XRP. But so someone like that who's been holding and dollar cost averaging for years, and he's done everything the right way and how he's approached that. And I know for a fact in the last bull run, I think his position in the last bull run would have put him into, like, just most people dream money, right? And obviously, a lot of that is you're in it for the long haul. I say all that just to say that. So when I see people frustrated, I try to understand and I try to sympathize and empathize with them in their situation, because, you know, you might have someone who saw, hey man, this asset was doing very, very bad. It's got the loss, it got this and that. So this is the right time. And honestly, there was, there for those of you guys who might have jumped in at 17 cents, 20 something cents, 30 something cents, 40, or even 50 something cents, and then you look back and you go, hey, wait a minute. When when Bitcoin was 30,000, it was 50 cents. We are almost 50,000. It's still 50. So you again, I try to empathize with people because I know the frustration. And I was reading some of the people that were complaining were people who are really big in the community. I was like, dang, that's crazy. People just losing their faith, baby. And you got and you got to stay strong. Who's this? Hold on a second, guys. I was waiting for. Hold on a second, guys. Hold on 1 second. I'm waiting for. Hello. Hello. Okay, I'm waiting for. Oh, it hung up on me. Dang it, before I can get it. I'm waiting for this call for this office, which is part of my frustration. Part of it. It's nothing. It's nothing that concerns anyone. But let's see what I'm going. So Bitcoin right now, guys. Let's move on. So obviously we got Solana on fire. We've got AVAX on fire. We got Chainlink on fire. Doge is doing what Doge does. Doge is Doji. But Chainlink even at $20.69. My God. You guys remember it's Chainlink back when that whole FTX fiasco, that thing got down to like $5, $6. That thing is killing right now, doing this thing. TRX right now is at 12 cents. You guys could probably tell my demeanor. Y'all like, what the hell's wrong with 6AJ? Man, don't let Crypto for Life tell y'all nothing. I only... you know what, Iron Man, you're right. You're right, my brother. I wasn't trying to put you on blast. I think I was using you as an example of a guy who dollar cost averaged right. He said, "Man, don't let Crypto Life tell you." Yeah, that's right. Iron Man's got like 10K worth of XRP, probably less than that. But I'm not trying to put but it's more of what he represents as far as doing things the right way, dollar cost averaging the right way, the process the right way. And it's funny because a lot of times you teach and I do a lot of research and I teach and there's things that I've brought to Iron Man's attention, and there's a lot of things that Iron Man's brought to my attention. So one of the smartest cats in the crypto space for sure. A lot of respect for that, brother. So what was I saying up before that? What's up, Earth Angel? What's up, sis? How you doing? Crypto for Life family. God is good. Amen to that. Huh? Can I get an all-time? Man, come on now. We're waiting for that all-time. So again, guys, you guys got to know. Big Watch Dude, what's up? You got to know what you hold. You got to have patience. And I think that's what I wasn't trying to put. I always use people as examples. You guys hear me. I've used so many people for examples on this show, and I'm not trying to brag about these people or brag about what they got or brag about what they've made. I'm just trying to give people an understanding that it's possible, right? So as you're talking about people, I don't mean to put Iron Man on the spot, or I don't mean to put Michael on the spot if I'm talking about him, or what's the other gentleman? There's so many people that come in here and they've done well, and I don't mean to put people on the spot. I'm trying to give people examples of when you do things the right way, and if you dollar cost average, if you do this, if you do that, that kind of thing. So there's some people who are really on point with the things they're supposed to be doing, and so I like to use those people as an example. And I'm sure a lot of you guys got some incredible stories. So if you got some stories that you want me to share, let me know, huh? Like if you, like Edo Farina, I sold my car, and Edo said he sold his car. Man, that I wouldn't recommend anybody doing that. But he's like, well, Jay, he was like, and you guys have probably seen Edo Farina on our show before. If you haven't, go to our Crypto for Life page. You'll see all the incredible people that we've had, all the incredible interviews and things like that. And Edo's got an incredible story, and even further back, because I've had him on several times. But there's a story he had where he sold his car. I think he's in Greece, Athens, Greece, and he really didn't need to have a car. He said, "Man, look, I can get around without a car." And so he decided, hey, let me sell this old BMW I got. I don't know how much he sold it for. That's not the point of the story. I would recommend selling your car, but he went off his own conviction, based off his own due diligence, his own research, his own, and he was able to turn that into a phenomenal story. I love his story. And there's many other people who've done that, who've got, they've taken chances, they bet on themselves, and that's what it's all about. So I don't mean to talk about putting anybody's business out there. But I like giving examples of success, because I think sometimes we need to hear that. We need to hear about someone who started from the bottom and now they're here. Is that a Drake song? Started from the bottom? Let me stop. Who went from 0 to 100? And I don't want to say real quick, because I think that's the problem. Somebody went 0. There's some people who went from 0 to 100 real quick, off of Shiba, off of Doge, off of Pepe, off of whatever. And I don't always like telling those stories because people go out there and say, "Hey, well, so you said somebody did that in Pepe. I went and got Shikaka coin, and I don't want you getting Shikaka." And for those of you guys who are new, don't know what Shikaka is, that's what we call the SHI. You know what word? I just don't like cursing unless my blood pressure gets up, or unless there's a point that I really need to. Sometimes I have too much coffee and I got to talk about it, and then those words might come out, but I try to refrain from using curse words all the time. Damn it! Did I just do that? Let me stop. Good Lord, let me keep going. Pray for me. All right, let's keep it going. Polkadot, 727. This up 8.22% over last week. Matic, 87 cents. ICP, 1337. We got Shiba. What is that? 5 zeros and a 9. We've got IMX at 308. We've got Atom at 996. We got Optimism. I'm feeling kind of optimistic right now, I guess a little bit. It's at 383. I don't know if I'm feeling too optimistic. I need to stop that because I'm waiting for, like, what's going on? Near, let's make clear, at 336, we got Casper. Casper's on fire, man. That thing was just, 9-10 cents? So, good Lord, that's what a hell of a read on that one if you got in early. TIA right now is at 1974. We got INJ at 36.55. XLM, tell you where that's at. Hanging out with his cousin XRP, chilling. OKB is at 49.95. Sounds like a discount. Stack it up, just like my boy Tell's song, but this is called Stacks STX at 201. Good Lord, 36.5%. How come we can't get that with any other coins? I got some of these coins. Don't get me wrong, like I'm diversified, but man, how come some of the coins we've been waiting on, like XDC, XLM, XRP? Even give us a little love on Shiba. How about Shiba jump up 30-something%, huh? Doji, Poji, Putty Pie, or something like that. We've got a Filecoin right now at 545. We got H-bar at 7 cents. Earth, I'm working very hard on something amazing here for my kids. You know what? And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for those hero stories. And that's why I share the stories that I do is not to put people's business out there. It's just because I can't wait to tell some of your extraordinary stories. And you guys have seen us do that on the show. I try to uplift people. Yeah, I try to uplift people. I try to I was talking about my wife and kids. Like, I just tend to be a real big giver with no attachments. When I was sitting there, we were sitting there talking about all the things I've ever done, and I act in a very selfless way. I give. I even had people telling me you're crazy for talking about some of the cryptos you give out. I can credit a lot of people who've made a lot of money from suggestions or whatever, and that's what we were talking about. It's like, sometimes, Dad, you just gotta, hey, like, it's okay, it's all right. H-bar 7 cents, guys. We got Arbitrum at 206. We got V-Chain at 3 cents. We got Crow, if you didn't know, at 8 cents. It was like I was telling, so you know what? I love helping people, and I'm one of those kind of people. And it's funny because Jalen's here, her boyfriend, who got a lot of you guys know. I've talked about him. And he's like, Pop, he goes, man, don't change who you are for nobody. Sometimes just certain things, certain situations, certain people will expose themselves to you. But don't change who you are because because it's one of those situations that if you continuously do the right thing, you're gonna continuously get blessed. You ever feel that way? Huh? Keep doing the right thing. Keep being a good person. Huh? That's what you gotta do. Sue is at 177, guys. We got SEI at 74 cents. We got RNDR at 475. We got the graph GRT at 17 cents. The coin fully known as EGLD. Good Lord, that's pumping up too, huh? Look at all these coins, man. They're doing their thing right now. Are we in altcoin season? I would think so. EGLD right now is at 57.76. But remember, guys, a lot of what we're seeing right now could be the hype off of BTC. Thank you, sis. Liz know I'm talking about. My sister. That's right, 6-8, huh? Keep it 100. But yeah, never sacrifice integrity for growth. Never sacrifice integrity for growth. Money is a beautiful thing, but sometimes money can also reveal a lot of things to you. And all I will tell you guys is just always be learning. Even when you think you learned it all, you keep learning. And at the end of the day, man, I want to leave this earth knowing that I've helped bless a lot of people. Sometimes you go through life where you're very how would I say, you're very committed to winning, and you got that shark mentality. I'm committed to winning, and sometimes you gotta understand that there's a time for me in my life, and I can't really explain to you guys when. I always tell people, like, when I started loving different, and it's kind of weird. Some of you guys are gonna think I'm crazy, but when I lost my mom unexpectedly at 53, and it made me love different and appreciate time. And, you know, she had depression and she was taken from us in a blink of an eye. Healthy as I don't know what other than if you say mental illness. And it made me reevaluate how precious time was, and how you can't go back. And it made me love, just like having kids made me love different. Then I lost my dad, and that made me love different and appreciate things and time. And then you get to a point where you just start really realizing your purpose and timing and how precious those things. Just the time that you spend with people, the time that the things that you do, are you enjoying your life? Because, we can chase money. Look, we all want to be successful, guys, and I want everybody here to be successful, because obviously if that's not something that you've had yet, let's say you haven't reached that millionaire platform yet, or you haven't gotten to where you want to get to, that's still a drive, and it should be a drive. And I think that's the thing about crypto that I'm so excited about. And if there's anything that I do love, I always say that don't fall in love with crypto, but you can fall in love with the opportunity. Are you guys understand the difference? Like when I talk about the 5 steps of success, and we've talked about it here on this show, it's somewhere down here. I done so many streams, it might be kind of hard to find it now. But we talk about the, see if I can find it for those of you guys may be new, or maybe you watch this for the first time. Right here, 5 tips of success right here, right? See this? 5 tips. And so the 5 tips is, number 1 is obviously have a strategic plan. Number 2 is do your own research. Number 3 is control your emotions. Number 4 is take profit. But number 5 is, I would always say, don't be in love with crypto, be in love with your family, or it kind of goes back to an umbrella of things at number 5. Understand your why, let your why drive you, all those things. But you can be in love with an opportunity. And I think the thing that really makes me in love with crypto is, come on now, stop it, baller not one, stop it. You telling me Bitcoin already hit over 50? Stop it. You kidding me? Did it get there already? Yeah, Bitcoin, I think it did hit that, right? Okay, so yeah, you're right. It's like right there, 50,000. 6-8Jay BTC, yeah, 50,600. I'm telling you, it's going to explode. And I think it's going to continue to explode to the upside, baller not one, and all you guys that are here, because I think at the end of the day, that's typically what history's shown us. If we have a run up and then we have a bit of a retracement and cool down right before they have hits, and then we're in this sideways motion for a while. So yeah, no, thanks for bringing that to my attention, my brother. And did I get through all the coins? Because I started getting off on these little metaphors. So the market right now is on fire, guys. I mean, there's a lot of double-digit coins. There's a lot of coins that are like Ordi, 34%. I mean, Ordi's on fire. My God, it's like I just felt like I was talking about when my son told me about it at a couple few bucks, and it got to he might have told me like around $4 or $5. He said, and then it got to $5. It was at $55, and now it's at $74. This thing is on fire. On fire. And I'm gonna tell you here's one thing about me. I am, man. I love it, and I think that's one of the reasons I was successful in speaking when I was traveling. Oh, look at Flair. Flair's doing good too. It's not killing. It's probably like, but it had this little bit of a pump. 3 cents. That's great. I've never heard of DYM. That's different. That came out of nowhere. DYM. I love uplifting people. I love recognizing people's success. But you guys look at my show. You look at the fact that all I do is put people on this platform. I try to praise people. I try to push people at the front of what. And if you do something, I'm a magnify it and let everybody know that I how proud of you or the situation, or I'm going to have people on the show. And I do that all the time. And the reason I do that is because I love seeing people win. That's just naturally my thing. It's my thing. And that's just a person and I'm always going to be that way, no matter what. No matter what, I'm always going to be that person. So let's keep this thing rolling. Okay, so I'm gonna go through a couple things. I want to get on the topic of what I was talking about. 3 things you should never do in crypto, and I'm gonna say it fast because part of what I was saying, I get on these tangents and it makes my stream kind of long. But the wife and daughter and Jay, and they went to go get Starbucks right now, and then we're gonna go out house shopping for them and stuff like that. Start looking for properties and stuff like that. They're thinking about doing some stuff out here. So, I don't want to hold them up. I told them, give me 30 minutes or so, and I'll get on and get off. And here we are, almost at 30 minutes. So, 3 things you should never do at crypto. Number 1 is obviously we know FOMO. I think right now, and it was on my heart a little bit because I felt like. I saw some people online talking about, oh, is this a good time to get in? I always get these messages. I always get these texts. And I'm going to tell you, these are the times right now that you could get devastated in crypto. For any of you guys who've been in crypto for a while, it's right now where you could be wrecked, where you can get wrecked, because you see Bitcoin almost at 50,000. Now think about how many stories you've heard of people buying in at Bitcoin when it was at 69, 68, 65, whatever it was, and it just kept going down. So all those people who bought in, who were new to crypto back then, watched it retrace all the way down to 15,000 and some change. And that had to be like, oh my God, what did I do? And not only Bitcoin, but the altcoins that were tied into that run retracing crazy. You had Polkadot in 50 some dollars. You had Chainlink at 50 some dollars. And so a lot of these coins got down to $3. I mean, if you don't think people dealt with a lot of anxiety, heartache, and everything else, I call this market. Yeah, exactly. Shouts out to Carmichael. So I personally, I'm not a financial, by the way, let me, again, you could tell I'm off my game a little bit, because I would always start the show with this, and that is that for those of you guys who don't know me that might watch this at a later time, my name is James, aka Six8Jay, been in crypto since 2017, documented my journey in the evolution of money. And also remember, nothing I talk about should ever be considered or deemed financial advice. Now, with that being said, I will have to say that I don't know if this is a good time for people to, and it's like, I got to watch what I say, because I don't think it's a bad time for people to be exposed to crypto who've never been in it before. I think this is a great time, right? So, and I know a lot of you guys who are in crypto understand what I'm saying. This is a perfect time to recognize crypto, because I don't believe in I shoulda, coulda, woulda. Oh, I shoulda, coulda, woulda. If I'd have got back in when it was, or someone told me back in the day when Bitcoin was, it doesn't matter. Like, your time is your time. Your story is your story. Whatever your moment is whenever you react was the right time for you. I think regret is one of the things that just destroys people. And I don't like living in regret. And so I would just say, if it's a new person looking at crypto for the first time, if you do your research, and I'm not saying you get in there and go, oh, $49, let me buy it. I think for anybody like us who've been in it, who starts feeling like, you start looking at Instagram, and I'm not Instagram, but social media in general, and you see Bullish Kenny G, member for 11 months, triple gold star, platinum, sergeant, lieutenant, legendary brother. Let me stop. I'm trying to add a bunch of stuff to make you sound as amazing as you rightfully are. And I appreciate you, Bullish Kenny G, one of the real ones on this show. Love you so much, my brother. Appreciate you. All you guys that are here, support the family. And if you don't even have a membership, still love you, still support you. Why? Because you're here. It means the world to me. But what I was going to say is, I think it's kind of like a double-edged sword. For anybody who hasn't gotten into crypto, do your research. If you see the video, do your research. Pay attention. Don't just jump into something because it's shiny, and then you get on YouTube or Twitter, and they're like, it's going to go to over 100,000. Well, it may do that at some point, and I think it's going to go a lot higher than that. For people who said one day, like Kathy Woods, we could see a 600,000 to a $1.5 million Bitcoin by 2030. Look, these people aren't. They're not stupid, man. If there's anything that I've learned in my life, is follow the money. Follow the money. Do what successful people do. You don't got to reinvent the wheel. Just follow the money. Do the things today that other people won't do in order to have the things tomorrow that other people won't have. I follow the money. And so for a new person, do your research, look at some of the coins. But there's so many coins that I would recommend a new person get in than to sit up there and go, oh man, Bitcoin's at 49,000. Try to get a piece of one. you got coins like you could buy a whole BNB for 327. But then again, even then, is that the best opportunity on the planet Earth right now? EARF? I don't know. Solana's at 110. That's a better opportunity than BNB. I think it's cheaper, right? You can probably get 3 of those for that price. But then you go down and look at XRP. Well, how many can I get for $100? Or ADA? How much ADA can I get? So you just got to look into projects and find out what's the best. Is this a good time to get Doge? I don't know, because some people may say yes, some people may say no. If you look at where Doge was at back when I got into crypto, 0.000, like kind of like on Shiba's level. And then you look at 8 cents. I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, an 8-cent Shiba, a lot of y'all right now that's on this thing would probably be multi-millionaires. So do you understand what I'm saying? Like the opportunity, if Elon, but see now, and here's the double-edged sword of that. Because like, I don't want to contradict myself where I say, oh man, I could have got back and shoulda, woulda, coulda, because right now, an 8 cents Doge may not be bad if Elon has plans for it, if they use it for SpaceX, if they use it for Tesla, if he continues to talk about it. I mean, we might see a Doge that could still have massive upside. And the fact that you look at this coin that was very emphatically put out there as from the owner saying it's a joke. It's the number 11. It's not a joke no more. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you just got to find the right projects, the right opportunities that work for you. Ain't that right? Huh? And so even like with Shiba, you look at it right now, man, look at all these zeros. Right? So if someone new, they may assess it, do your research. I'm not telling you if it's good or bad. I'm just saying do your research. But again, how many of these can you buy compared to how many, you know, other things? But you can't compare Shiba to Bitcoin. If you do, you got something else coming to you. So yeah, guys. So anyways, let's get into it. Let's get into it. So the three things I would never do is, number one is FOMO. I think that's a horrible strategy for investing, especially for those of us who've been in this. It's like my son telling me about Casper. I had a moment. I didn't take it. Who else? You know, people sitting there mentioning things, and then I miss. What's up, Mom? How you doing? Janet Lopez in the house. So that's what I'm saying. Don't live in regret, and don't FOMO into things that could possibly retrace, because I think this market will have a correction. I believe it will. I've seen this happen so many times. We're literally, right now we're at 50,000. We're only so right now it says 50,000. We're only 19,000. We're closer to Bitcoin's all-time high than we are to where the price was at when Sam Bankman-Fried and all that stuff happened. So we're closer to that price point. So that's what I'm saying. Like, is this a great time to buy? Man, I don't know about that one. I'll just say do your own research. I personally, I'm dollar cost averaging to certain things here and there, but at this point, I would probably say for me personally, not financial advice. No, I don't think this is a good time. But for a new person, hey, welcome to crypto. Do your research, right? Do your research. Let's keep this thing going. Appreciate you guys. By the way, let me go out and recognize the whole family. I appreciate you guys in a major way. Liz Herrera, show your support. Get your Crypto for Life merch off the merch store, guys. That's a big fact. Thank you, sis, for being one of our greatest supporters. Beekeeper69 in the house. Janet Lopez, my mother-in-law. Greatest mother-in-law on planet Earth. EARF. Andrew T's in the house. Shane Sullivan. Frankie Legends in the house. Frankie Legends in the house. We got Andrew T. We got, let's see, Karma Carmichael. Who else we got here? Beekeeper69. Kenny G. Earth Angel. We got Baller Not One, Kenny G. Said Kenny G, but that dude's got that platinum triple star intergalactic membership. Let me stop. If you guys are interested in being a member, guys, we appreciate you in the guys' major way. And if you can't, that's okay too. We still love you no matter what. Look at, some people like, hey, that's $2.90 like a dollar cost saving to my Bitcoin. Let me stop. Earth Angels in the house. Appreciate you. Says, I can't wait to be in position where I can buy a nice home for my family. Amen to that, sis. Amen to that. I called this market December 1st. December 1.9 trillion for this month. Oh, you just mean in December 1.9 trillion. Yeah, for sure. Anthony Winters in the house. We got who else we got in the house, huh? Baller Not One. Did I say Karma Carmichael? Big Watch Dude. I think I said Karma Carmichael. I can never get tired of saying my brother's name though. Big Watch Dude. Iron Man in the house. My brother Iron Man in the house. Iron Man said, why are you telling my business, Jay? I'm not Iron Man. My bad, brother. I was trying to use you as a success story. Andrew T's in the house. Let me see. Iron Man in the house. That's my brother. Don't let Crypto for Life tell you I ain't got nothing. I'm with you, brother. I ain't got nothing. Let me see who else in the house. Big Bro 10 in the house. Did I get everybody? Operation Shutdown. I'm going down the list. My fault, guys. Always One Away. I get everybody think I got beat. My boy Mike Owens. My brother Mike Owens. Mike O. Bullish Bird in the house. Okay, we got everybody. We got everybody in the house. Okay, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. And by the way, guys, thank you guys for all the messages. I got a whole lot of messages. Six8Jay, I hope you're okay. Iron Man's so stupid. Iron Man said, hey, man, watch what you say. I don't mind you using me as success, but but again, I didn't say how. I'm just throwing, I'm pushing my brother up there. I didn't, Iron Man's like, man, don't be, I don't want everybody calling me talking about I need to borrow $1. Let me stop. Huh? Now, let me borrow $1. But by the way, guys, thank you guys all for the shots out and the love for the accident. We're doing better, and for sure, we still got some stuff we got to go through. Still going through the whole process. Little aches and pains, but we're getting through the problem. But I definitely lost love is all good. Just say are different when you take profit. Damn straight. You damn straight. Iron Man took that profit, baby. Bought him some 24s on a Volkswagen Bug. Let me stop. I'm just playing. That's my brother. We have fun. We joke. So anyways, guys, the three things that I was talking about is, again, don't FOMO, don't chase green candles, man. I know it's tempting. To sit there and go, oh my God, it's going. You start chasing green candles. I'll see it more often than JC. I wish JC was here because he knows, and Iron Man knows as well. My advice to everybody, when and if you have a chance, take profit. Amen. Iron Man, come on, brother. Me and Iron Man, one time we was on the phone, like having a virtual hug, like, we should have took more profit. Even the best of us learned that, huh? The best of us have left some serious money on the table. So you want to take profit, because if not, it might take you years to get back to what you could have grabbed a couple years ago. That's a fact. Great advice, my brother. Great advice, my brother. So, what was I saying? So, number one is you don't want to FOMO, fear of missing out. That kills more people. And then you sit there and you find yourself in a position where you might get, a certain asset, like let's say XRP at 2,600 right now, and all of a sudden the market retraces, which everyone expects it will. And all of a sudden you look back up and like, damn, I could have bought that thing at 1,700 or 1,400 or something. So just be careful because sometimes it might take you a long time. I mean, think about all those people in 2021 that was buying Chainlink at 50 something, $60, and now they're hoping and praying and waiting for it. And it will go up, but it's just, I think it's a bad strategy to FOMO, and it's a bad strategy to chase candles. And the third thing, so don't FOMO, number one. Number two, don't chase candles. And number three, guys, stop trying to. I think one of the things you never want to do in crypto is compare yourself to other people. I think that's one of the biggest killers. And when I say things, I say it out of motivate. Like I might uplift Andrew T. I might say how Nestforce has had success, or OMC, or Liz, or Iron Man, or whoever, or Mike O, or Edo Farina, whatever. And just because Edo Farina had this crazy notion to sell his car and it worked out, I wouldn't recommend that. Just because Mike O talked about running up his credit cards and start his own business, I wouldn't recommend that. And he would probably, and those guys would be the first one to tell you, don't do that. I just, because not everybody's, almost like everybody, not everybody's skill set is the same. It's like saying LeBron James spends $1 million on his body to be in shape for the NBA, and then you go, well, I just made a bunch of money. Let me spend $1 million on my body for what? And I'm not saying, you understand what I'm saying? Like, not everything is meant for everybody. So number one, don't FOMO. Number two, don't chase the green candles. And number three, don't compare yourself to nobody else. Your story, your incredible story, is that of your own. And that story, I promise you, is going to make you a legend in your family. Stop worrying about being OMC gifting memberships. Yeah, see, Mike says, hell yeah, I wouldn't recommend that. Mike, no. Mike's smart. Look all it. What? Who's this? OMC gifts not, man. It's people like you guys. It's people like you that reminds me why I do what I do. When people question why I give free information, why people question why you don't put money in front of people. And as time changes, I've changed a lot. And I put people success sometimes before, and I'm not saying before my own, because I do put my success first, my family first, but people like OMC is why I do what I do. I don't hide things. I don't one up people. I don't keep things to myself so I can sit up here and say I try to give it all to you guys. When I turn this button off, and I've shared this with several of you guys, when I turn this button off and I get off this live, I feel like sometimes I am so emotionally drained that I'll go and I'll sit down on my couch, and maybe there's some of you guys say, Jay, what you talking about? Like sometimes I'll get off this stream, especially when I'm hitting a high note, or it's funny because Mike was telling me, he said sometimes you go off on these things, on these like I'll be talking about something, I'll go way off on elaborating or an analogy, but I always tend to come back. And sometimes my whole show will be taken up off that analogy because it's something I felt I needed to talk about at that point. Just like with OMC right now. OMC, there's no interest, there's no reward other than a thank you, I appreciate you. And I shouldn't say there's no reward. There's a reward. There's a blessing. The man upstairs sees it, what you're doing. Other people will appreciate what you do. And I hope all of you guys who were gifted a membership, Crypto Trooper 22, congratulations. Charles Can't Lie was gifted a membership. Philly Brian was gifted a membership. Queen was gifted a membership. I hope you guys remember who OMC is. Was this Halifax? Dano, I really just hope you guys remember, because that's a big thing. These people, when you give memberships like that, that might be, I don't know, what is $2.99 times, whatever it is. It's not even a point. Whatever it is, that dude could have put that in anything. Liz done given away so many memberships on this channel. Whenever you see somebody with a star next to their name, and that's typically the ones who are always giving, right? OMCs, start Nexus name, whatever. They just always, these are people who don't just love the channel, who just don't say they love the channel. They go above and beyond to Twitter, which we call X now, and they and here's the thing I tell you, I got so much to talk about today, and yet I'm not even talking about it. So the three things, again, guys, because I don't want to lose track here, is don't chase green candles, don't FOMO, and stop looking at other people to determine your value of success. You are everything you need, and you will get everything you deserve. I promise you that. Yeah. Sometimes, I don't want to lose my train of thought because there's some stuff that, sometimes I go on areas and trust me, I got a lot of stuff here on X that I need to talk about. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just, this is funny as hell. There's a lot of good information I want to share. But you never realize what something a person does means. That's where I was going with this. So when I go on my X and my Twitter, guys, and I'm sorry for those of you guys probably say, man, James is going rambling on right now because I'm not on script right now. Sometimes, it's funny when I used to speak on some of the biggest stages around the world, and what I did, they would put teleprompters down and they would have all these words and all these categories. And if I started saying those things, it felt like I was disconnected from the audience. I would not. And then you would see people like on the side, because on each side where people can't see, there's somebody with a headphone going, what do you, and I'm like, I'm not saying, and then it became odd to where it became my thing. I was known for that. And they started welcoming that because I impacted the audiences to a sense. And I was just talking about this to my family, where other guys would go, I did this and I made this money and I got a Rolex and I made $100,000 and I make $500,000 a month and all this stuff. And I would just get up there and talk to people, not at people. I talk to people, not at people. I talk to them like I was them, because I knew I am, that's who I am. And I would have just such a profound impact on the audience, and there would be several speakers, and it's because I couldn't follow script. How do you follow script? How do I say something to Liz that I might need to say to Bullish Bird? How do I say something to Bullish Bird that I might need to say? So a lot of times I'm trying to say things that I feel like are going to be the most valuable things to you guys as my family, as my friends, and so sometimes I get lost in the moment. But I just want to let you guys know that when I go to my X page, or when I go to my Telegram, to the Telegram or to YouTube, I'm reading those things. Now, I don't always make comments, because sometimes I'm reading them when I'm in the car with my wife and my daughter and her boyfriend, or we might be over here, or we might be watching a football game, all these different things. But I'm reading them, and it helps me validate. Who my family is. It helps me validate the people who, when I tell y'all I love y'all, the people who reciprocate that back. My mother-in-law lives in San Diego. She what she does, she gets paid very well to do. She's a very busy lady, but every time I look up in the stream, my mother-in-law is showing me love. She don't got to do this. Like, I'm married to her daughter. I take care of her daughter. I've raised the grandbaby. I've done everything, but she does that because she loves me, and I understand that. It's the same thing I would expect from if my mom was alive or my dad was alive. And then you got some people who don't even do that. I read to you guys a while back, some of your biggest supporters in life won't even be the people who are related to you. It'd be people like you guys, people who show up every single day and don't ask for anything in return. And and whatever you think I'm giving you, you're giving me. And I think that's what makes this stream so authentically amazing, is because you think you're here because you need something, and I'm truthfully here because of what you give me. And so I want to thank you guys for all that you do for me, all the likes, all that extra time that you take. And not everybody has to give out a membership, but that sure as hell does say a whole lot when you do. But when you do something as simple, they say sometimes it's the things you do when no one's looking. It's the things that you do when no one's looking that makes you extraordinary. Oh my God. And I got some damn extraordinary people in this group, man. It's the things you do when no one's looking that matters. I'm getting emotional talking about it, because that's how it's like you grow over time, and that's how you try to be, guys. So I'm literally getting emotional when I'm talking about this, because that's something that I really pride myself on in this part of my life. And it's the things that I know that would make my mother proud. Not everything's about money. Not everything's about money. Why do you give this information, Jay? Why do you do this? Why do you do that? Because I want to see everybody. What the hell does it matter if a certain asset or several assets explode and I just make millions on millions and millions and I keep coming here talking about how I'm for the, who am I for? I'm for me. I'm for me. But if I look up and I see my sister Liz or Earth Angel says, James, I want to buy my family a house. I changed my situation. I put commas in my bank account. My kids will have the education. Whatever it is, I bought whatever it is. That there's something with that I, sometimes, I remember I used to always ask, I said, why does my mom always bring people to her house? I'll go to my mom's house and there's always someone sitting there. She was cooking dinner for her. And I'm like, Mom, how do you, and it'd be like some big old buff brothers that we had a semi-pro basketball team in Fresno called the Fresno Bandits, I think it was. And she would have these dudes that were from Florida, North Carolina. And she would somehow she got connected where they knew my mother as a giver. And I would always say, Mom, why? Mom, she's a beautiful Hispanic lady. Imagine like a 53-year-old J-Lo. She's a beautiful lady. By the way, I'm Puerto Rican for those of you guys. And my mom looks like J-Lo. My dad looked like Puffy. And she's a beautiful, I said, Mom, you got these big old brothers in your house. I'm a son. That's what I'm supposed to do. Or she would come to church and she would pick up homeless people. And she would do all these. And she would come to my house to visit me and my wife, which was the last time I saw her. She had this little girl with her, this young girl from high school. And you just look, man. You never know the value of what someone does. And when she died, a high school in Fresno planted a tree in her name. That tree is still standing. And it's grown to be a huge tree. And that tree, I guess, validated all those times I kept saying, Mom, why are you doing this? Mom, why are you doing this? Why, it's the things you do when no one else is looking. My God, huh? And so I'm just saying, man. Thank you guys. I'm totally off my show. But it's a moment, and sometimes I have these moments, and sometimes there's things in my own life that brings these moments on. Anyways, enough about that. Let's keep it going, guys. Let's keep it going. And I hope you guys can appreciate that. Sometimes I go places where most people won't go, and sometimes I put myself in positions that may make me seem a little vulnerable or this and that, but we're here to help each other. And if we're not here to help each other, if I'm not here to help you, then I don't want I don't want to do this show no more. Because this show is not about keeping coins in myself or keeping opportunities in myself or keeping people down because of my own greedy situation or whatever. I'm here to help people. And I think I feel I feel so much better as I've embraced that through my life of helping. I can look back and say, well, that guy has this because this and that guy has this and that. And what better feeling to know that you were the reason. That's a beautiful thing. Let's keep it going. There's always a message in how someone treats you, always. Whether you like it or not, actions are facts. Oh man, I'm gonna tell you, God has a very sometimes he could have a very, very amazing sense of humor, because this probably just sums up the conversation and it kind of sums up what I was just talking about. There's always a message in how someone treats you or a situation treats you, always. Whether you like it or not, actions are facts. They tell you everything. Bitcoin is back up above 50,000. I think I just looked at that, guys. Let me get back on track. I don't want to, I told my wife then we'll be out in and out. They're probably downstairs waiting. Where the hell is Dad at? Bitcoin, 50,150. It's on fire, guys. It's on fire. Again, please don't FOMO. Don't chase green candles and stop comparing yourself to everybody else. Your journey is going to be so beautiful if you just, and I think you'll get more out of your story and your journey if you just embrace that it's your story and your journey. Your fingerprint is not like anyone else's. Your soul is not like anyone else's. You are not like anyone else. So please stop comparing yourself to everyone else. Don't FOMO. Don't chase green candles. If you are really good at those 5 tips of success that I put over here, I'm not going to go look for it again. Strategic plan, do your own research, control your emotions, and what my boy Iron Man just said, take profit. That might be one of your biggest regrets if you don't take profit, because it's easier to live with the fact that you took profit and it kept moving. If you do the 25, 25, 50, remember I told you guys we have a strategy to this. If you guys want to know what that strategy is, that shouldn't be too far down here. We talk about dollar cost averaging in and dollar cost averaging out, somewhere in here. Where's that at? The 24 right here, the 25, 20, the 70, 20, 10 dollar cost average in and the 25, 25, 50 dollar cost average out. Because if you start taking profit 25%, Remember how I explained? I'm not going to say it. Go to the video, watch the video. And then 25%, even if it keeps pumping, you still got 50% that is going to take you to whatever that status that you want to be at. But if it drops, oh my God, you're going to be so proud of yourself. And that's what Iron Man was talking about. Like, you know, I know for a fact if Iron Man would have took out 50%, he probably would have had millions sitting on. And I'm using it as an example. I'm not talking about what he had, but I know he would have lived. He would have been a lot more happy and going, well, I took out 25, which is 50%, and now I can reinsert this million on the bottom because no one ever thinks there's going to be a bottom. You think we thought it was going to go to 15,000 when it hit 69? No, we all learn lessons in this journey, and I think some of the greatest people in this is don't be afraid to dream, to change, and to believe in yourself. And that's really. So I'm gonna capitalize off what my sister just said here. Don't be afraid to dream. Dream is what makes dreaming is, in my opinion, the definition of what makes this opportunity so great. It allows people to dream again. I've told you guys that. I mean that with all that I am. That's what crypto does. To change. If the things that you're doing now has put you in a place where you want to be at, they don't change nothing. But if the things that you've done now, even if it took you, I tell people the next, from 2025 to 2030, and in your mind you're thinking, that's too damn long. Well, if you want microwavable results, then you keep doing microwavable things. Like I dollar cost average fast. I do this fast. I do that. I make decisions fast. Well, then your ass is going to be up and down fast. I'm sorry, there goes that curse. I tell you, when I get pumped up, I need some more coffee. The point I'm trying to make is this. Oh my gosh, I crack myself up sometimes. The point I'm trying to make is this. It doubles. How do you track when it doubles? That's a good, and it's actually in here, Tiffany Serranos. Thank you so much for being here. Tiffany Serranos, my sister, my friend. I appreciate you in a major way. It's right here in this video here, Tiffany Serranos. If you go to right here where it has a dollar cost in, dollar cost average out, and there's so many incredible guys. There's a Rolodex of information. The one thing that I pride myself on, everything that I do when I turn this screen, either you're going to get something that's going to help you in crypto, or you're going to get something that's going to help you in life. I promise you that. Because the things that I talk about in crypto, I'm not talking from some book, Bullish Bird. I'm talking about stuff that I went through. I FOMO'd and I paid. I got wrecked. I did everything you can think of that you're supposed to and not supposed to, and it helped me get better. So I finally came up with a system where I'm winning. So when and the same thing with life, whether it's whatever it is, good or bad, relationship, family, raising kids, whatever. I talk about a lot on this show. And like I said, when you hit that button and you tune into Crypto for Life, you're going to get some value in life or you're going to get some value in crypto. I promise you that. But what you won't get is me going, this is going to this and this is going, and you're going to be rich overnight. I'm not going to give you fluff. I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. And that's a fact. That's a fact. And I can hear them talking their back, guys. So I'm going to get up out of here in a minute. But yes, I agree. Dream big, James. You're proof you're living the dream. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Mom. And that's a lady who's known me for 15 years. So, you know, it's funny. I was talking about my daughter. We were all talking in the kitchen about, about, you know, a topic of, you know, sometimes people can choose money over, you know, purpose or blessing people, you know, whatever it is. And it's funny because one thing I said, you know, I was telling my daughter's mom, and Mom, you know this as well, as long as she's known me, as long as my mother-in-law's known me, all me and my wife have ever done. I'm not saying we haven't struggled in life. You know, in being in business, you can have the opposite. COVID, I mean, you could have been the greatest business person in the world, and COVID wiped your butt out. COVID set you back 15 steps. You know, what does that have to do? You know, so, but one thing my mother-in-law can always tell you guys is that I've always leveled up. And as we were sitting there with my wife, my daughter, and my son-in-law, that's one thing my daughter and my wife said, Dad, you've always leveled up, but you've done it with integrity. You've done it with helping people. And it's always, and the reason that I keep getting blessed is because it's the things that I do when no one's looking. And that's the way I live my life, and I hope and I pray that I'm able to do that, continue that until the day that that I'm not here. So with that being said, guys, Tiffany Serranos, great information all throughout this platform. It's a Rolodex of valuable information, sis. So I will tell you to go through here and look for any answers you have. If we haven't covered it, we probably will, and I'm sure we have after about a year of doing this with our own show. Ball or not, thanks for being real here, 6-8Jay. A lot of YouTubers are fake. And brother, that's one of the reasons that inspired me, Balling Out One. I kept having so many people tell me to do this, and even JC, man, I wish JC was here because we would have so many back and forth. I said, JC, I just don't want to be in the public eye no more. And my mother-in-law knows. She knows what I sacrificed to be. Janet Lopez, for you guys don't know, is my wife's mother, and she know that there's times I was traveling all over the world. I'd be in Colombia, Chile, Peru, Argentina, whatever it was. I was all over the world, and my wife had to step up and hold it down while I was out there traveling, building the life and chasing the dream. And I'm just grateful that I had a mother-in-law that was there for my wife, and a wife that was there for our children, and they gave me the time that I needed in order to win. So yeah, definitely appreciate that. Love you, Mom. Thank you for all you do. You're amazing. So guys, I got to get out of here. It's an hour. I gave you the 3 things not to do. Don't chase candles. Don't FOMO, and don't compare yourself to anyone else. There's a lot more stuff I can go through, but I'll end it on this. Bitcoin just touched 50,000, and you should be as happy as this guy right here. Oh, I never get tired of seeing this little brother, this little Latin brother doing his thing. Look at that move. Guys, I appreciate you guys. Love you guys in a major way. Let me send my shouts out to everybody before I get out of here. Beekeeper69, you're amazing. Thank you, brother. Can't say enough about all you guys, man. Thank you so much for being here. I read all your likes. I pay attention to all that, and it means the word. You validate why I get up and I do this every day, and that's what I was trying to say. You guys are the reason. You guys are the reason. Thank you so much. Shane Sullivan, Earth Angel, Liz Herrera, my sister. Thank you so much for being here. Crypto for Life family support today. Shane Sullivan, Janet Lopez, Balling Out One, Tiffany Serrano. Thank you so much, sis. Bullish Bird, Big Watch Dude, Ness Force, Shane Sullivan, Mike O, Bullish Bird. I think I said that already. I'm probably saying people names quite a few times. Andrew T's in the house. Beekeeper69, Ness Force. Did I say that? Halifax, Dano, Queen. Oh, my sister Queen. What's up, Queen? Philly Brian, Charles Can't Lie. What's up, Charles Can't Lie? Crypto Trooper 22. Oh, I got the greatest family on planet Earth. EARF, if you want to know. What does Earth mean? Doesn't mean he can't spell. No, Earth is EARTH. That's what everybody else does. We are different. We're from planet Earth. That means you're a legend. Let me stop. EARF. Let me stop. We got an Iron Man in the house. Thank you, brother, for being here. Thank you for letting me use your story because I got a tremendous amount of respect for this dude. In the good and the bad through my journey in crypto, Iron Man has always been there. And just like JC and many of you guys, Carmack, another real one, always messages me on the side with good information, facts, and things like that. Appreciate you. Did I get everybody? Shane Sullivan. I think I might have got everybody. Did I? Frankie Legend. What's up, Frankie Legend? Bullish Kenny G with the ridiculous support. Not just support, the ridiculous support. Love you, brother. Appreciate you, brother. It's people like you. It's people like you. Balling Out. Thank you, my brother. Anthony Wenders in the house. I get everybody else. Did I get everybody? Operation Shutdown. I don't miss nobody because how do you miss someone who? How do you miss people? And how do you not recognize people who are as amazing, as precious as you guys are? That's why it's amazing for me to do this. Sometimes I might forget, but more often than not, I don't. Big Bro Tim's in the house. I think I got everybody now, right? Always One Away. Greatest family on planet Earth. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Anybody on the bottom here? I love the channel. I'm learning so much, and I appreciate you more than you know. Thank you, sis, and I appreciate you as well and your support. You guys could be anywhere in the world, doing anything that you want to do, but you're here today with your boy James, a.k.a. Six8Jay. And until next time, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Peace.